Ever wonder why so many people are moving out here to Bellingham, Washington? Well, let me show you why. Hey everyone, welcome to the Living in Bellingham YouTube channel. My name is Aldo. I'm a local realtor here in Bellingham. And today I am going to show you everything that Fairhaven has to offer. Right now we're on the beautiful boulevard. This strip right here connects all the way into Fairhaven. There's so many people that are moving into Washington and especially to Bellingham, and I just want to show you a preview of what Bellingham has to offer. We're going to start off with Fairhaven. I'm going to show you a lot of the buildings, going to show you the restaurants, what to do there, what's some great activities, and why so many people love and adore Fairhaven. So you can either walk into Fairhaven from the boulevard, and for those of you that love to drive, Fairhaven is right on the edge of Chuckanut. Chuckanut Drive is probably one of the most beautiful drives here in Washington that takes you nice and windy right on the water, which is really, really cool, and actually connects to the other side of the little mountains and connects to the freeways. So right now we are on 12th Street. This is the main road that actually connects Fairhaven all the way into downtown. As you can see, this building behind me or right next to me, it's really cool. It's brand new, and a lot of these buildings that they've built here in Fairhaven, they kept that really cool aesthetic of the 1800s, early 1900s look with the bricks. But we have some modernized shops here. So we have Lululemon, we have some local banks, we're gonna have some other tailored stores here for men as well. What I love about Fairhaven is that this is the great place that you can finally find restaurants, bars, eateries, some really cool cocktail areas as well. So I'm gonna show you one of our favorite restaurants here in Fairhaven, and it's called Mambo Italiano. Mambo Italiano is probably one of the staple restaurants here in Bellingham. It's been here, I think it opened up in 2001, 2002. They also have another Italian restaurant in Sudden Valley. If you want your true authentic Italian food, this is where most people come to eat. Great wine, great just all around authentic Italian food. Of course, there's also behind me, there's gonna be a Black Cat on top of the building. Up in the Black Cat, it's just your traditional restaurant. You're gonna find burgers, sliders, wings, good cocktails, great beer, and it's upstairs. It's one of the few buildings and one of the few restaurants that we have anywhere in Bellingham that you're sitting up a little bit higher, so you get a really beautiful view of Fairhaven and of the water, and it's a great, great atmosphere to go to. Meet my friend John. This is John Joseph Jr., I think, one of the founding guys of Fairhaven. There's so much history with Fairhaven, which is really, really cool, and I feel like you can't find places like this around Bellingham, or let alone just Whatcom County. Right now, we're right next to Acme Ice Cream, a great spot to go get ice cream. They used to have awesome donuts as well. To give you the real idea of what Fairhaven looks like, some of these buildings are probably over 100 years old, and some of these buildings that you'll see are probably maybe 10 or 20 years old, but you'll just never really know because they've really taken into the architecture and the originality of Fairhaven with a lot of the stone. You'll still see some cobblestone still into the actual streets here in Fairhaven, which is really, really neat. So let's continue with the tour. All right, so as you can see behind me, super cool. This bus here is an actual bus. Obviously it doesn't work anymore, but super cool. This used to be a fish and chips place. Now it's a nice, cool little taco place. But I want to show you coming up to Skylarks. Up just right here. It's probably been around for quite some time, but great breakfast, great dinner, super cool bar. My grandma and I still come here to Skylarks to eat breakfast, which is really cool. It's got this cool modern like 1800, 1900 feel that they kept. So this is behind Skylarks. This is such a cool little alley. They do have outdoor seating, which is really, really cool, but just you have to walk through this because you do feel like you're in the 1800s, and they have cool little alleyways, and the buildings still have that historic characteristic towards it. So it's just some really cool, neat stuff. So we're on the corner of Harris and 11th Street under this cute gazebo. A lot of cool stuff here. Up the street, we have jalapenos. Like if you watched any of my videos before, jalapenos is probably the staple Mexican restaurant here. They have a couple of locations in Bellingham. Just great pottery areas. You got some artwork places. You have Archer's Ale House, which is right behind me. It's down in the basement, which is really neat. Then we have the Village Inn here as well. Beautiful hotel, which is really cool. So if you ever stay in Fairhaven, it's a great hotel. We have Galloway's Cocktail and Bar, which has amazing cocktails. If not the best cocktails in Bellingham, is definitely at Galloway's. A lot of their cocktails are rotating depending on the season, which is really cool. And then on the corner, you will have a pizza shop, which is called Oven. So wood fire pizza, a little bit on the pricier side. I highly recommend if you're gonna get pizza from there, go inside and eat it. As you can tell, there's not a lot of houses. This is kind of like a downtown feel, but with obviously a lot of history. So in Fairhaven, the average home cost here is going to be around $650,000. Now, that's not going to be an actual house per se. There's going to be a lot of condos here for sale. So they'll vary from $650,000 all the way up to $1.2 million or more. A lot of them will have great views of the water. Some of them won't, or you'll see down into Fairhaven and or some of the surrounding areas in Bellingham. And for probably more of the hidden parks here in Bellingham is actually just down the street. It's by the ferry terminal and it's called Marine Park. And Marine Park, that's where the famous ski to sea race ends. So if you're not familiar with ski to sea, it is probably one of the bigger races here in the country. Skiing, canoeing, kayaking, running, biking, there's a whole bunch of different legs. The canoe or kayak portion ends here in Marine Park. You'll have the ferry terminal there. There's like a little aquarium as well. Very, very dog friendly. You can walk along the beach. It's pretty rocky, but you'll be right on the water. The train does go by there as well. It's really, really quiet and peaceful. So it's probably one of the less busier parks here in Bellingham just because it is farther away from town. Now, some other businesses that we have here in Fairhaven, one is going to be Evil Bikes. They are stationed here in Bellingham. They have a bunch of different bikes for whatever you are looking to do. Now, if you're in a hurry and you need a quick bike, go to Just Pokey. They have a lot of variety for all of their Poke Bowls. Up the street, we also have the filling station. They have 2 locations here in Bellingham. We love their burgers because they're not your traditional burgers. And of course, you can't miss Village Books, which this is a staple here in Bellingham, 3-story bookstore. Big selection of books, and we love coming here because our daughter loves books and they have a big section for kids. Found my other friend here, Daniel. This was the founding father of Fairhaven, so he's a great listener. If you need to talk to somebody, this is your man. Anyways, we're in Fairhaven Village right now. Really cool spot. This spot, I've been coming here since I was a kid. In the summertime, they have a really great stage and they'll actually project movies onto here. People will come with their sleeping bags or blankets and they'll just line up and sit down on the grass and just watch the movie. Behind me, you can see we still have, of course, Fairhaven. We still have the lovely, lovely buildings behind us. Some of them still have a little bit wear and tear on, and you can see how old they've been here. So if you haven't noticed, Fairhaven is the cleanest place in Bellingham, one of the cleanest places, not like downtown Bellingham. It is just a great, peaceful, really friendly, and really clean area to come. So once again, guys, my name is Aldo. I'm with the Levain Real Estate team here in Bellingham. Please make sure to subscribe right here. If you like my videos and you want to see more of what it's like to eat, live, and breathe here in Bellingham, go ahead and check out this playlist right here. And once again, my name is Aldo, and I'll see you next time.